can't look you in the face. I don't wanna have to lie. I wanted this love to survive. Now when I look in your I feel paralyzed.
Yeah. right, everybody, welcome back to the Spawn. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Sorry about the brief delay there in the minute. Obviously, we've changed up the format a little bit, and we're now going to be attempting to feature two guests during every single episode. And, for opening this format, what better way to start than with a really, really well known personality in the scene, a pro player, someone who makes some killer content here on Trovo and on YouTube here and there as well, right, Tech?
I hate YouTube.
Bro, you got like 20K subs on YouTube. What do you mean you hate YouTube?
I don't post. I don't do. I live stream, but it's like the YouTube. They're just annoying.
Gotcha. Well, we've got Tech. We've got the ever lovely Verdict, the kind of father of the CODM EU scene at this point.
I am your daddy. That's right.
Alrighty.
I
And
guess.
the late edition special guest is going to be Marshy, not only the winner of the most recent Mobile Mayhem, but also a Stage 5, Western Worlds champion. So, Marshy, how's it going?
All right. I,
You stream on Trovo here and there, right?
no, my internet's bad. The place where I live is terrible. My
I've
area.
definitely seen some Marshy streams here and there before.
No, he's got like
Like a year
45
ago.
upload.
Okay, maybe
Yeah,
it has
dude.
been that long.
Yeah.
Well, maybe someday, but we
Working
definitely
on
should
it.
we should have a fairly exciting show for you guys here tonight. We're going to be going over for YouTube. You guys will be able to see it underneath the video. For for Trovo, we'll go ahead and run through tonight's topics. We're obviously going to be doing a recap of technically last month's Mobile Mayhem finals. We're going to try to squeeze in EU, NA, and LATAM. We do have a very exciting event that Tectonic is going to be participating in this weekend, and that I will be casting. That is the Red Magic 7 COD Mobile Clash. Starting next week, we do have Mobile Mayhem Girls starting up. I believe that is on the 8th. And we will also be looking to field questions from you guys in chat on both YouTube and Trovo towards the end. So, to start things off, obviously, we've got to give a big old congratulations to Marshy for coming through with his team at Tribe and winning Mobile Mayhem.
Yee.
Yo, every time I look up and I see Marshy's picture that he submitted, dude, it is pretty much him in a nutshell, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. The
Yep.
freak.
I'm in
I
my
guess.
own world, dude.
There you go.
Hey, man, if you're in your own world and you're happy about it, and power to you. You do you. You keep being Marshy. Being that guy that everyone loves to come and see win every single event ever.
Yeet.
Were you guys nervous at all coming into finals week by any chance?
Honestly, no, because in my eyes, in my like mind, we had to win that because number one, and we had to win like finals in general, but playoffs. Yo Mama and Gigi was in there, so they're the team that beat us off of BS stuff. So like we had to like win. We had to win it. So I wanted to win so bad because after we lost to Yo Mama and Gigi, we just had to freaking get our revenge, and it worked.
You know, what better way to do it than on Mobile Mayhem finals, right?
Yeah, they beat us in league matches. We beat them in the finals, whatever playoffs. That's
That,
my eyes.
that was definitely something I pointed out a couple times. Is like ever since that week you guys lost to Goofy Goobers and Yo Mama. You guys, and granted, the Yo Mama loss was kind of on an accident, right? To be blatantly fair. But ever since that week, you guys really bounced things into high gear. We saw you guys winning a bunch of events, not just Mobile Mayhem, and from there, it was just up and up for you guys, and you guys really put the work in. And I'm definitely excited to see what you guys bring to the table this year. You guys obviously have some young talent on the team that I think a lot of people in the scene were really looking forward to being able to compete again. That being the likes of Slothy, Jez, and Marshy, or Slothy, Jez, and Vake. and um, yeah, team's looking pretty good. Team's looking pretty good.
I guess.
I guess. That's just the most Marshy answer ever,
I don't know what to say.
huh?
I don't see what you guys see.
Well, what do you see then?
Interesting.
Tell us what you see.
I see the future, dude. I'm waiting for the future. I'm not waiting for like now. I'm waiting for
Okay.
like champs.
Well, what do you see what do you see for
Right
champs?
now, for me, it's just we're playing. We're playing for fun right now. I'm just waiting for champs.
I like to hear
Understandable.
that. That's a high mentality.
Got anything? You got anything you want to add there, Tech? Obviously, we wanted you on here as well. You're a player that is regarded to be one of the best, if not the best, COD mobile player in North America. So.
Oh no, not that, but um, nah. I mean, it's always a waiting process at the beginning of the year. Champs is always to a little bit towards the middle, but then they had that whole BS with Blake, where it's probably like this month there might be a major, and it's just like maybe things will happen more this year than last year, and we just have to wait and see. All their roster mania is basically over. All teams are really solidified. So now it's like, okay, what you have is what you have. Maybe you do a little bit here and there, but soon,
I
soon
definitely think
everything just falls into place.
I definitely think there'll be a handful of rosters that do change up at the with Mobile Mayhem being done, but Tribe definitely going to be one I feel like sticks around probably for the whole year.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of speaking of rosters, Tech, I know you were kind of down for a season there. Are you planning on making a return to the comp scene anytime soon?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just I wanted to take a break and learn more about like the business side of esports because comp isn't a thing that you can do forever. It's not something you could always do and as a lifestyle and support yourself as like a living style. So I just took this time off where nothing's really happening to focus on that.
I got you. I
If I can
mean,
turn Tech up a little bit. I feel like he's quiet on my end.
you got free agency coming up, don't you? Or is that today?
That would be today.
That would be today. Thoughts?
Then
Still not rushing into anything.
That's understandable.
That's how I was last year, same as I am this year. It's just I'm not gonna make a premature decision.
I mean, this is your third year into it, so obviously you're looking for a scenario where you could celebrate at the end, like Marshy was able to last season. So,
Yeah,
or
of course.
at the end of the day, whatever makes you happy, right?
Yeah, you have to have some sort of enjoyment whenever you're doing this.
Well, I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree, and I think that's maybe one thing that a lot of people kind of overlook, especially for professional gaming, is get a lot of people like, oh, well, it's all fun and games, and you're getting paid for it. Well, when you got to put the time commitment in to stay at the top of the top, um, it does very quickly become a job. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't recognize. Once you start putting in 40 hours a week practicing with your team, I mean, that is a full-time job. So definitely wanting to make the right team choice does make a lot of sense here on that front for you. Um, I think most people probably saw the tribe roster coming for quite a while now. Obviously, last year pre-champs, that was kind of looking to be the roster, and with a good chunk of that team being unable to participate, they had to make some last minute changes, and well, they made it and they ran all the way.
Yeah, it
All right.
worked out.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to you returning to the scene at some point, Tech. Obviously, no rush. Do what's best for you.
of course,
Um, I mean, we definitely had some other good teams as well. Obviously, give that congratulations to Tribe for winning, but obviously, the likes of Zygnus, Goofy Goobers, Yo Mama, 11T, all teams that put up a really good fight along the season and definitely have some. Explicit. I forgot Explicit. So definitely hoping to see some of those teams bounce back and have a competitive future. Do either of you, Marshy or Tech, pay much attention to the EU scene?
Not really.
Time to time, I'll be there.
Like most people, probably not.
Verdict, were you there?
I'm maybe, I don't know, I can't remember. It's been too long. I think I was there. I feel like I was there.
You feel like you were there?
Yeah, I feel like I was there. I was definitely there for the 117 and FN 420 bronze matchup, but I don't know if I was there afterwards.
That was the reverse sweep, wasn't it?
That was the reverse sweep, and I went back and rewatched a clip. It was like 5-2 in the last game of the dominate search and destroy game. It was 5-2. FN 420 were up, and they turned it around and won that search. It was just a freaking miracle for them. I think that was better than the actual grand finals. And I'm not saying that because I didn't like the grand finals, but anytime you watch a 4-1, I mean, it's about as entertaining as a 4-1 can be.
For those of you in chat, I actually am going to go ahead and just pop up these brackets as we talk about them, since obviously not everybody was able to see all of the games. So since we already kind of went over NA, I will get NA thrown up real quick. And hopefully that will catch anybody up who maybe has either taken a step away from the scene, didn't get to watch finals week, or whatever the case may be. And then we'll put them up for EU and LATAM as well. Let's see here. There we go. All right. So this is how our bracket was laid out for NA. As I said, we already talked about this a little bit, so we're kind of going to fly through here. The quarterfinals was the Goofy Goobers versus Explicit. That did go 2-0 Goofy Goobers. And for the other half of our quarterfinals, we had Zygnus versus 11T, and Zygnus was able to win that one 2-0 as well. Was there anything notable for you guys that maybe stood out in those first two matchups? Like, for me, I think I was a little shocked that Explicit went down 2-0, but you guys are obviously a little bit more skilled and know these players on a deeper level than I do.
I kind of figured a 2-0. Let's be honest, without Solo, that team's skill level dropped by a tremendous amount. That's just being quite honest, Like, yeah, you might have got Jesus and Awaken, but you lose Solo.
Yeah,
And I
anytime
feel
I thought of
like
solo, I thought of Explicit. Anytime I thought of Explicit, I have said this several times, but what's the difference in a player like, I mean, because you play with both, right? What's the difference in a player like Solo and Jesus? So Jesus obviously was able to make it to a second place position, in stage 5. You think that the two, like, skill gap wise, skill caliber wise, would be pretty spot on, right?
well, you have to look at it from like their play styles. Jesus has always had like this passive play style, kind of like a support role. Mm. And then Solo has always been like full send it, does what he has to do. He plays the hill more. If you're picking up someone who like is okay with doing the dirty work and someone that just watches the dirty work happen, it's kind of like just a different unfolding, right? Because you lose that star power basically that could run in, gun, and get the fuck out.
Definitely understandable. What about you, Marshy? Looking at the maybe the Zygnus 11T matchup, I think that's been a big talking point throughout the season. Obviously, Zygnus was able to pick up Zai, who not only was the starting sniper for 11T and an absolutely cracked sniper at that, but also was kind of a dynamic duo as far as chemistry went with Wiru from the 11T roster. I mean, do you think 11T with their kind of new lineup did have a chance to maybe take a game or the series, or were you pretty much thinking that was going to be Zygnus all the way there as well?
I love Zygnus. I had Zygnus winning the whole time, dude. That series.
Hey, fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm a Zygnus fan.
Little shocked, actually. Not gonna lie, but I can see it. I can see it as well. What about
I
you?
mean, you're a Zygnus fan too, right,
I
Dave?
am. I am. I love. Envoy is super awesome. Um, yeah, I hang out in his stream pretty regularly. Tatio as well. Um, I really like a lot of the LATAM players. So yeah, I'm a fan of Zygnus. I like Super from 11 team, but at the end of the day, if it comes down to two of my favorite LATAM players versus my favorite LATAM coach, like I'm going with the LATAM players. You know what I mean? So unfortunately for Super, there we were definitely inside cheering Zygnus on, but we did get some more exciting games going into the semifinals, which was definitely nice because when it started off, I was hoping we were going to get those game threes, and we didn't. Well, we got into the semifinals, and we had Yo Mama versus Goofy Goobers, and we know that's one that goes back and forth all the time. That was Goofy Goobers coming through with the 3-2 victory. Is that what both of you would have assumed as well, or maybe a little bit of an upset with Yo Mama obviously having been the number one seeded team? Ooh, excuse me.
I feel like with it going to a game 5, I felt like your mama probably would have won, but it's S&D, you know, it's a good mode for him.
Question
So
is,
whenever they lost 3-2, it was like, wow.
the question is, was SKS banned in that series?
No,
That's a good question. I can actually go check.
I don't think it was.
Because if SKS was unbanned, your mama would have won. Should have
You
won.
talking about for Goofy Goobers?
Yeah, GG.
Yeah,
versus
yeah,
Your Mama.
it was not banned. It
Yeah,
wasn't. I
that's
remember
what
you
I
being in
thought.
chat and
And you
saying that
lost.
Blur wanted to eco challenge it, and they got almost absolutely wrecked in game 1. And somehow, I think they won the first 2 and then got reverse swept. The Goofy Goobers.
No, it was a reverse sweep actually.
Yeah, yeah. They
They
won
won
the
the
Search and Destroy, and
S&D
it was
and
pretty. It wasn't even close, was it?
Yeah, I think the
Interesting.
this first Search and Destroy was like 6-2.
Yeah, but the second one was
Round
like
11,
flipped.
wasn't it?
Was it?
I think so.
I think it did go to around 11.
That's tough.
That's that's a long way to go to take an L. I mean that in the nicest way possible, but it's just that's rough. Not only game 5, but a round 11 search is certainly a little bit rough. So,
Yeah.
now for our other semifinals, we did have Seminole, aka Tribe, versus Zygnus, and that's one that I've said for years now, even as some of the names have changed. Whether it was back in the day, Tribe versus Infidex, or Tribe versus Nativos Latinos, or Tribe versus Zygnus, Seminole versus Zygnus. That's a series I'll never get tired of being able to cast. And Seminole were able to come away with the 3-1 victory over Zygnus there. Marshy, were you as confident as in Zygnus the second time around, or did you know Seminole was going to take it?
You're playing against us, dude. Of course, we're gonna take it.
Ah.
I love Zygnus, but we're gonna win this series. So that's how I went with it.
Should have
think,
known that answer.
Yeah. I thought maybe he'll play with us a little bit here. Maybe he'll be like, man, I really had Zygnus, but they just didn't bring it. Guess not. Guess not. We got maybe a little bit too excited. What about you, Tech? What was your kind of initial thoughts on that Zygnus versus Seminole matchup?
Seminole should win. Just be honest. It's just you're looking at a team that's just so dominant at respawns, and S&D could really be a toss up. It just depends on the day. Yeah, I didn't see Zygnus. I'll be honest, I didn't see Zygnus even taking the map.
Gotcha. Well, I know one of the big questions, and it's not always a decisive factor, but it is something a lot of people do ask, Marshy. What was the ping like for those games? I know that kind of NA versus LATAM kind of rivalry does quite often come down to the quote no ping no party scenario. Did you guys have servers, or did it not matter, or was it even? I know Bolu sometimes comes through and says, nope, we both had 60 ping, or whatever the case may be, or we both had whatever. What was your kind of take on that whole situation?
I don't remember.
Well, you always have bad ping, right?
Yeah, I average like 40, 30, around that.
Like play with a guy who zooms around with 4 MS almost every match.
Fake.
Whoa, I did 70 games. Okay, damn.
Oh, I'll
Look.
throw Vague under the bus. You
Yeah.
pop onto a Vague stream and homie literally has like
Okay.
4 or 5 ping. Bro, if it hits 7, he's like, "Why am I
I'm lagging.
lagging?"
That's in his servers.
I
Right?
know, but it
Yeah.
is funny to mess with him on it.
Yeah. He never gets that in scrims.
Never gets in his scrims. Wow.
That's
Still kinda
that's
wild.
always gonna be a difficulty, even not playing against LATAM, right? You get into games where you're in scrims and you're not playing a ranked game where it's gonna default to the closest server possible for you to get a game. You start jumping in. You've got Vague up in Canada. You've got people in California or Florida or Texas or wherever it may be, and obviously everyone's gonna have some ping, right? So
Hawaii.
yeah, Hawaii. Yeah, that's Speaking of, how does Jez play on such crazy ping and absolutely fucking fry the way he does? That's insane, man. He was by far the most consistent Slayer in all of North America this season, hands down.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I want to say his playstyle, but I feel like even if he changes his playstyle, he could still play that good. So I don't really know.
Honestly, I feel like his ping helps him a bit.
Yeah.
Think so?
You know,
Possibly,
because you got to think, Jez is like an aggressive player as well, and like he just slide people, and since like his ping's like higher, he just like Peeker's advantage on high ping is insane. Like I know some people are going like, oh, it's always been low ping's the best ping. That's that way and all. No, I'll be honest, does not. High ping actually does play some useful perks, but you can like lag a bit. But I mean, he's still like 60 ms is it's not like horrible, Like if I want to play now, I have to use hotspot with like 100 ms. And even then, like I played like 1 or 2 scrims today, and it's like I can still get 30, 40 kills. So
It,
high pings does have this little bit of an advantage, but it's just like it's just a player using it.
it's
Yeah.
truthfully kind of amazing how different ping is between like platforms, right? So
Yeah.
if you think about jumping into a Warzone game, Tech, right? Obviously, you, me, and Verdict play a lot of Warzone. Bro,
Mhm.
if you told me you had 100 ping in Warzone, I'd be like, bro, do you want me to back out? Can
Yeah.
you move? But
It is different.
yeah, it is a vastly different thing. So
Because on mobile, like a little bit of a high ms could be like a good thing.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I hop on COD Mobile, I've got somewhere between 25 to 45 ping in most of my games, right? And
Hmm.
it honestly feels pretty decent when it's at like 25, 30. And it don't feel that much worse if you if you start getting up into the 40s, where again, if I'm in a Warzone game and I'm on 60, I'm like, bro, I ain't hitting shit this game. So
Yeah.
it's a little interesting on how that plays out. I'm sure it's largely due to just like overall kind of the intensity of the game. Like, sure, COD Mobile is a lot for phones in general, but I mean, if you think about like the resources that it physically takes to run compared to Warzone, um, I feel like the packets. I don't want to say they're not as important, but they're not as taxing, if that makes sense.
No, I get it.
All right, I think we're good to move from there. We got on a little bit of a tangent with Jez, but we'll go ahead and move on to the finals real quick, and then we'll fry through Europe and LATAM as well. For our finals, we did have the Goofy Goobers versus Seminole, where Seminole was able to take the 4-1. And Marshy, I assume you were probably just as confident going into that matchup as you were against Zygnus?
Yeah, it's of course. It's that matchup is just I wanted to win because it's like friend love. Because you got I think it was like I think Ban and Envy played. So like both of them are my friends and I love them. So like I wanted to win against them because like friend love.
Yeah, that tough friend love.
That competitive rivalry. I totally
Yeah.
get it. Well, especially with half of obviously half of Tribe from last season that went on to win Stage 5 is competing on the Goofy Goobers lineup, right? You've got MV and Band, former teammates. So it was almost kind of I mean this in the nicest way possible. It was almost like a head-to-head face-off of um, what 40% of old Tribe is going to be stronger this season, and obviously that came through and ended up being Seminole / New Tribe. And Tech, was that pretty much the outcome you expected too? 4-1.
Yeah, it's very rarely GG beats Seminole. Just you go watch it weekly. It's like I think there was once or maybe twice in the last month and a half, 2 months where GG's beat Seminole.
I think I was the only one in North America who didn't roll with Seminole, and it wasn't because I didn't think Seminole could have beat Goofy Goobers. I think it was just based off the week that we came into. Seminole took a week off the
Yeah, for
week
the trip.
before, yeah, for the trip, and then they came back, played in Meeseek Sunday Showdown, and I didn't think that they just got like absolutely destroyed. I think that Goofy Goobers have played like the most solid that I've seen them play, and I didn't know if it had anything to do with Seminole taking a week off. I didn't know if it was something that Goofy Goobers were coming with a lot of energy. I think that team has a lot of talent.
Oh,
Obviously,
no doubt.
40%. Yeah, I mean, as Dave mentioned, 40% of that tribe roster that won champs stage 5 was on a part of that team, so that team knows how to win. I just don't think that they have put together the potential uh, that I don't think they've tapped all that potential yet. Seminole tribe now, obviously, you guys have been playing for a long time. You've got all the small things kinked out, ironed out. So when you guys do lose, there's a lot more spotlight on that than anything else. So I saw that as not necessarily a weakness for tribe, but just having a good week for the Goofy Goobers to come into. I felt like that was their week to take, and they just got. I mean, it wasn't embarrassing. It was just it was a pretty good beating.
Yeah, 4-1 is a convincing win for sure. I mean, that's not to be disrespectful or anything, but and a lot of those games were close too, right? Like there's several of them that could have gone either way if just a couple gunfights were different, right? So you look at the scoreboard, you see 4-1, and you're like, damn, Goofy Goobers got blown out. But those were damn good games start to finish. So
I don't even think
definitely
they got 100 points in the first hard point.
the first one,
Yeah.
they got kind of clowned on, but
And then the S&D was a 6-0, if I remember.
Yeah, dude. What are you talking about, Dave?
listen,
Like-
the Dom,
start, homie.
listen, the Dom and the next hard point were really, really solid though.
Well, that's because they needed to be really, really solid.
That's true. That's true.
But the first two games were absolute blowouts.
Yeah, I was like, I think I remember the beginning a little bit better or worse than that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
they got like, what, 68 points in the hard or 98? One of them.
That
Something
sounds
like
right.
that. Are they any different?
Eh,
That's just
they got more
still
than
100
zero.
points.
An L's an L.
We only saw
Very true.
1 250 this season.
But I mean, really, is that any different? 0 than 68 or 98? It's still an L, right?
Yeah, it doesn't
That is
matter if you win by an inch or a mile, right?
Right.
Right. Marshy, we know you're a Zygnus
Yo.
fan. What were you thinking for the Yo Mama and Zygnus matchup in the third place?
The question again, it was ASK banned or unbanned, because if SKS was allowed, Yo Mama would have won that, or should won all that stuff.
If the SKS was banned away from space, you think that's a different outcome, or?
Oh yeah, it's a different outcome. Zygnus will have a more chance of winning because adding the SKS to space plays a big part. It makes Yo Mama actually a better team, a good team. It makes a bigger impact on that team. Having it banned is gonna make the team weaker.
That's definitely a fair assessment. We've obviously, me and Verdict specifically have obviously talked quite a bit about space being one of the biggest reasons that at the start of the season we had some weapon restrictions involved. I'm totally on board with everybody as well. I think the SKS is incredibly strong as a weapon overall, and probably does need to be tweaked. I think a lot of chat complains that it's the 2-shot capability. I'm more concerned, honestly, with the range that you can one-shot somebody to the head with the SKS. But no, I totally agree. Space is absolutely cracked with the SKS, and that's a key factor that I think more teams should respect when going against Yo Mama. So maybe depending on the rule set that we have next season, we might see that be a thing there. Other than that, I think if you guys are ready, we can probably start moving over towards
Been ready. Move on.
EU. You've been
Yeah.
ready. Move
Yeah,
on.
come
Verdict
on.
says
Yeah,
he
dude,
wants the
you're
region that
dragging your
he
ass,
casts.
bro. You're
Bro,
dragging your ass. Come on.
I'm just
Yeah.
here having a good time, my dude. Okay, we're just
Well, we can have a good time. Just move our shit. Come on.
all right. Well, we moved our shit. Verdict. Okay.
Come on. We did, but it wasn't just because of me. Okay, it was because of everything that we had going on. So we should have probably strategically moved it. To begin with.
That's probably a fair point. It's probably a fair
There we
point.
go.
All right.
Not too often. The verdict is right, and Day is
Listen,
absolutely agreeing with it.
I got to give you a dub once in a while, okay? You might not hang out with me anymore if I don't give you some dubs.
Damn.
Damn, you hear this guy, Tech? The audacity, bro.
All right. Well, for Europe, we started things off with what I thought was going to be a better matchup than it ended up being. It was 117 Not Found versus Illuminati, and that Illuminati squad verdict was one that really impressed us all season long, and 117 Not Found was definitely a team that we saw struggle quite a bit here and there. So 117 Not Found showed up in a big way for quarterfinals. They come through with the 2-0 victory over Illuminati. And for our other quarterfinals, we did have FN420 versus Anarchy. That was a really good matchup. Did go in favor of FN420, and Anarchy was at least able to pick up one round. So we did get to see that game 3 for Europe there. Any thoughts you want to add in on those two matches, Verdict or Tech or Marshy, if you guys watched them?
I wish Illuminati would have won, not because I didn't like 117 Not Found, but just because they were a Cinderella team all season long. FN420 and Anarchy, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. That was just a clusterfuck. It was like one team DQ'd first, second team had a player leave early. We got to a game 3. We didn't even see a game 3. Like I honestly don't think we got to see those two teams play off in a quarterfinals matchup, and that's super sad due to the circumstances that we had ahead of us. But it ended up being an FN420 moving on, and I was okay with that. Anarchy obviously started the season off pretty fire, but it wasn't the same Anarchy that started the season off. So no harm, no foul there.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there. Tech, Marshy, either of you guys catch those games or?
Nah.
I don't remember that one.
All right. Hey, I totally get it. I totally get it.
We'll cruise past
I
it.
usually
Yeah,
sleep
yeah.
around that time. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
That's what I
Okay.
was gonna say. I was trying not to call you out, but I was like, that's a little outside of your hours of consciousness.
No, not for real. Say it.
Hey, you're all good. You're all
I
good.
know it.
Hey, you know what? You got up though and did help a couple times in EU, or were there to help if we needed you,
If
and
needed to,
we
yeah.
appreciate that.
Of course.
Moving on to the semifinals, I would have liked to see 117 Not Found verdict put up a little bit more of a fight here, but ultimately they were going up against Nova, and that was by far the most consistent roster that we've seen in EU all season long, and they came through and proved it during finals week as well with a 3-0 victory over 117 Not Found. And for our other semifinals matchup, Animus was equally dominant against their opponents, FN420, with the 3-0 victory there. And I don't think there's much to talk about for the Nova 117 Not Found, but I do think there's a fair bit of disappointment in the way FN420 performed against Animus, if you agree with me there, Verdict.
Oh, I completely agree with you. I think FN420, if not, had some of the best talent all year long. Obviously, they got the best of a team. I don't think they got past quarterfinals proper, to be fair. So to even see that matchup and not actually get to see a true quarterfinals, I really can't even assess that semifinals matchup because we're looking at a team in Anarchy who beat Animus early on. Granted, it wasn't the same Anarchy team. I just wasn't satisfied with the semifinals matchups that we got for the season long. And then when we got to the bronze and finals matchup, and I started to see a little bit more, a little bit more of in the bronze series matchup, but the grand finals, man, it was. I mean, I don't know what it is about like Nova, but Nova and grand finals for Mobile Mayhem, I don't think they could miss, dude. They missed one time since I've been casting here. That'll just tell you how much power that name brings.
Yeah, Nova definitely has a consistency about them for bringing the top tier talent to Europe, and they came through with again semifinals, 3-0 for Nova, 3-0 for Animus. Finals, 4-0 or 4-1 for Nova. Animus was able to pick up one, but again, I think it largely came down to a consistency for Nova. Pretty much during every game of that series, we saw everybody on Nova putting in work. And Animus had players that were performing well, right? The problem was it was 2 players would perform well in the hard point, 2 players would perform well in the search and destroy, 2 players would perform well in the dom. Whereas you looked at Nova and across the board, everybody's getting 30 kills every game, everybody's putting up above 5 in search and destroy, and they just dominated. Blatantly honest, and I see Creed popped in at pretty much the perfect time.
The absolute perfect time. I think I saw him pop in a little sooner. I think we were talking about semifinals matchup, and he popped in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the first time all season long that we went through and no series were dropped. I'm trying to think back. I know Nova was pretty flawless in regular seasons past, but I think this is the first one where we've seen a full season of no one being, no series being dropped. They dropped a few maps. I think Creed came in here and kind of told him stuff. I think it was 3 to be exact, but I know one of us against Illuminati, but I couldn't tell you who the other 2 were.
All right, Chigs, listen, bro, we see you in chat. We get you. You want to come on the spawn. We have Girls MM starting up. We're going to be featuring a lot of the female talent after Girls MM. I got you. Okay, Chigs?
Who? Yeah.
We had some high profile names to get in here, bud. We got you.
Go.
Yeah, everyone wants to see Chig's moist face. If you come on, Chigs, you gotta do a face cam though.
Oh, he
I'm
will.
not accepting
He
any. Okay, cool.
he face cammed when we did
The interview.
the
Yeah, I get
interview.
it. Yeah. We lost one in S&D. Illuminati won S&D versus I don't know who, and won it. Y'all didn't lose against Animus though. I thought it was a 2-0 win over Animus. It was the last series. We didn't go to a game 3 that day, did we?
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
If we did, I wasn't there for it.
Well, I mean, I wasn't either. I would have saw it. Oh, and grand finals. Oh, this guy's counting grand finals L's.
So dropped 3 maps all season long, including grand finals. Yeah, that's kind of goated, bro. Gonna be honest with you. Good job, Creed.
All right.
Good job, man.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. I think that just leaves us with LATAM, and then we'll get into some of the upcoming events and also fielding a couple questions from chat. We do have the LATAM final scoring up for you guys, and I doubt anyone's super surprised in this. I do got to ask, Marshy, you said you're a Zygnus fan. Did you watch Zygnus play in the LATAM Mobile Mayhem or no?
Nah.
Nah.
Zygnus won, dude. Let's go.
No need to watch them win, right?
Yeah, I had confidence they were gonna win the whole thing. I didn't even have to watch. No luck from me. I knew it.
Well, they did. They did ultimately come through and win, obviously, as you guys see on screen. But we're gonna go through real quick with the kind of breakdown of how we got there. We're not going to stick around this one too much like we did NA and EU, mostly because I'm not seeing very much of LATAM in chat. And for most of the NA and EU followers, you guys aren't likely going to know the rosters of, for example, Tragic or Wicked or System 32. So we will kind of roll through there. We did have Tragic take the 3-2 victory over Wicked Esports. They moved on to face Zygnus and got pretty much destroyed. I mean, the 3-0 already makes it look like it wasn't close, and if you watch the games, they really weren't close. On the other side of the bracket, we did have Yo Mama versus Team 11T, in which 11T was able to take down Yo Mama 3-0. They moved on to face System 32 and pretty much cleaned house there 3-0 as well. You get Zygnus and 11T in the grand finals, and as Marshy said, they didn't even need him there. Wishing them luck. They came through with the 4-0 victory, and well, that's been largely the story of LATAM for quite a while now. And again, I don't think anybody should be shocked by that result. For our third place matchup, System 32 was able to take down Tragic in a 3-2 fashion. We will try to get more LATAM talent in the spawn down the road, but unfortunately, just we don't have that super available to us today. But I think that pretty much covers that, and that should pretty much be able to get us into our upcoming events. Tech, you're participating. Hold on a second, I hit the wrong button. All right, there we go. All right, Tech, you're obviously participating in the Red Magic 7 COD Mobile Clash this weekend. You're on Team Aerith with the likes of Zai and Wiro. You want to give us a little bit of insight on, not like any of your guys' strategy or anything, but just things to look forward to for that event? Obviously, Red Magic has been a big name in the COD Mobile scene for quite a while, just due to the performance of the devices. So it's nice to see them sponsoring something here.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't even played with each other. I guess we're just gonna, just play whenever the time comes. Nothing special. Eris is the main one. Eris the main one that needs to practice. She's getting used to the device. I and Wiro, as you said, they used to be kind of a dynamic duo back in 11T. I feel like I have a pretty solid team.
Yeah, no, I
Might
think
even get a Red Magic device out of this.
I not to like pick sides or anything, but I have definitely been one to say that I think Team Aerith did end up being one of the most stacked in that event. I think I can actually pull up the
You saw the
games real quick.
votings?
We
were like last place in the voting.
Oh, I haven't looked at it lately.
Obviously,
I haven't looked at it lately. It
voting's-
was, yeah. I mean, voting's going to be skewed for like follower size, right?
Yeah.
I was
So,
like, dang.
I'll go
That
ahead
just means
and.
you'll have the highest chance for upset then.
Yeah.
Yo, where's Red Magic with the bonus money for the team with the most upset wins based on voting?
Right?
Get Tech independently wealthy over here. All right, hold on, let me see if I can pull up the voting real quick because I haven't looked at it since like the day of. Why can't I find it? It literally was not that long ago. Here, hold on.
It was crazy to think that in like what was it? So they had like a group 1, 2, and 3, and then Zai was like the last pick for like group 2, and it was like, what the? What?
What the freak?
Right?
I certainly think there was a fair number of not everybody knew the players. So I think there's definitely at least a degree of, what possibly went on there. I think obviously some of the biggest ones was the likes of, we had a couple LATAM players that weren't as well known as, for example, Zai or Wiro, for example. I think that was Danielle Gaming and Wara. So I do think that may have been some hesitation there on that front. But then again, you have Ducky, who does participate in COD Mobile and plays COD Mobile, but he's also in a lot of other scenes as well. And doesn't focus on the comp scene here as much because he's just more of a content creator in general.
Yeah.
But I think honestly, I think there's a lot of teams that are very evenly drafted. My personal opinion, I think arguably Team Aerith, um,
And Noah.
Team Noah, and Team Jokesta are probably potentially the 3 top teams. Maybe Hitman. My money's
what's the prize pool?
$4,000 for a
Wow.
weekend, plus devices.
Wait, for first?
Yeah, for first.
I thought first was 2,000 with
I think it's
devices.
So it's a 4,000 prize pool.
Yes,
so
4,000 prize pool. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll for everybody in chat who maybe did miss that draft, I'll go ahead and run through the teams real quick. For Team Aerith, you have Aerith, Tectonic, Zai, and Wiro. For Team Hitman, you have Hitman, Band, Tatio, Wally. Team Jokesta is Jokesta, Bolu, Raballo, and Maralto. Team Ducky is Ducky, Vague, Space, and Wara. Team Parka is Parka, Marshy, Jesus Can Save You, and Danielle Gaming. And Team Noah is Envoy, Little B, and Legacy. So I definitely think there's a couple teams that are really well balanced there. But again, my personal opinion, I feel like Team Aerith has probably the strongest chance, not only in the draft that she was able to get, but additionally in the fact that of the content creators that are available, I think she's just the best. Now, there is kind of that handicap of her being an iPad player and she's now playing on phone. But if you turn into that girl's stream, she is cracked on the phone too, and she's going to be hitting some snipes. So I do think that weighs a little bit strongly
So they're
for them.
doing a 4-player tournament.
Oh, actually, hold on. I
Yeah,
just got a
it's gonna be
message. Wally's not participating. It's going to be Forsaken.
Oh
what's
damn!
So Hitman's team actually even looks a little bit stronger now. Band,
Yeah, it
Tatio,
does.
and Forsaken.
Oh
Ooh,
shit, that team is
yeah.
stacked as fuck.
Interesting.
I wonder why they did the op for 4-player.
That's a good question that I do not know the answer to, quite honestly.
It's an interesting way to run it.
I just think of it as a 3v4 Hitman.
That's so toxic. Oh man. Is Hitman going to be back at home by the time that happens, or is he going to be on the road still?
I think he's gonna be on the road.
Oh,
So
that's
he's
tough.
gonna like be in a different like place and play it.
Interesting.
I, for the life of me, cannot find damn.
Well, I mean,
poll.
I understand it's on purpose, Sylvia, but I just wonder why they decided to do it that way. I know it's probably a combination of the availability of content creators and pro players that they wanted to select from, but I've never seen an event that's like this that's for this much money for 4-player rosters.
Back to the. Not find this thing. You know what? I can go in my DMs and just on the tweet. Sorry. Here we go. Okay, where's the vote? Commenting? I just cannot find this. Tech, do you happen to have the link available for the post for the voting?
I'll probably find it for you real quick.
Probably up on my. Actually.
I like how she says it. I love how they act like they don't know who puts this stuff together. I don't know who puts this stuff together. I don't get any kind of information. No one tells me anything. Ever.
Ever, he says.
Ever. Ever, ever. It's on the Red Magic Twitter, you guys. Damn.
It is, but I can't find it.
It is literally pinned. Oh,
Maybe
wait, no,
that's-
it's not. It was pinned, but it's expired.
No, I found it.
Can you DM it to me real quick? That's
Yep.
my fault for being unprepared, I guess.
No, you're good. You talking about this one?
Yes, that one. There we go. I knew it was a reply to one of their tweets, but they've had so many tweets about it. You know what I mean?
It was from 4 days ago. So
Here, I'll get this up on screen for you guys. Thank you for finding that, Tech. All right. Add image. I'm surprised you're not competing, Marshy, to be honest with you.
He is
I am.
competing. Damn, you
Yeah.
said his name like 3
Yeah,
times.
it's my name.
What
Damn,
the heck?
Day.
Listen, I was joking. I wanted to see if he was paying attention. Jeez, Verdict.
Well, the way that you pay
Yeah.
attention most of the time, I would probably have thought that you weren't paying attention.
Damn.
He's just been so quiet for so long, you know?
I'm
It's Marshy.
listening.
I am Marshy. All right, here we go. I got it on screen. All right. So here were the vote results, guys. We had 21.8% coming through for Team Noah, 16.1% for Team Parka, 15.6% for Team Jokesta, 17.5% for Team Ducky, 16.8% for Team Hitman, and 12.2% for
The
Team Aerith.
disrespect.
Right, dude.
The
I-
disrespect on me.
to be fair, I do think it's probably largely going to be the size of the content creators probably got more votes from their supporters, right? So like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I'm not shocked that Noah's team had the highest number of votes. But I feel like there's also a fair amount of people that just vote for their favorite content creator as the captain and not necessarily looking at the teams, or even past that, understanding the teams at play. So it should be interesting. I think you know, as we've obviously mentioned that Team Aerith definitely has an opportunity to come through with some upset potential here. I think a lot of people are definitely sleeping on that team, especially again. I've said it several times already on the broadcast. Wiru and Zai, they're kind of that dynamic duo from LATAM that made that old 11T roster kind of shine, especially in Search and Destroy. So that's just overall going to be an incredibly helpful thing for them to have. Marshy, how are you feeling about your team's possible success here in this event? Obviously, you've been super confident with Tribe, but how are you feeling with Team
Marshy,
Parka here?
Jesus.
About that. I'm just ready to lose really quick, I just wanted to be finished fast, basically.
Okay.
No matter if you
Right.
win or lose, I just want it to be done fast, I love my team, I love
Yeah.
them.
I feel like there's maybe a little bit of sarcasm in there.
No.
Oh, no,
No.
never.
What
Never.
the freak?
All right. Well, what about you, Tech? Are you a little more confident than Marshy is?
I just play. That's all I do.
It's hard to be any less confident than Marshy was just now, though. Just want it to be over fast. Oh man. All right. Well, I think all that really leaves us with, as far as upcoming events, is going to be starting on date today. The first, so starting on the 8th of next week, we are going to be starting up the Girls Mobile Mayhem again. I do believe that is going to be on my channel every Tuesday and Thursday. Verdict, are you casting that with me?
No, I quit.
All right, looking for co-caster, chat. Anybody knows a co-caster besides Chigs, you let me know. But
Cyber.
Yo, Cyber. Yo, has anybody? Yeah, we need to put an APB out for Cyber. My guy has been AFK since Saturday and has been playing Apex Legends for 2 days straight.
Yo, he's getting ready for Apex Mobile. What are you talking about?
He's got 6 more days. Speaking of that, Marshy, are you going to be trying to go pro in Apex Legend Mobile?
What? No, I'm just gonna play it. for
Okay,
fun.
yeah, all right.
I'm a multitask. That's how I usually play.
You know, you're not gonna be stolen from Apex Legend, are you?
Oh no.
Listen,
All
I
right.
I think that's smart overall. Don't get yourself too burnt out on one thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like gonna be me this weekend when Project Triangle Strategy is out, and I'm streaming that all weekend and ignoring all of Verdict's techs. Yeah,
So no Warzone.
I might make some time for you, Tech. Don't worry.
No, he's not. Don't let him lie to you. He barely. I had to crawl out of the fucking bed today because I was feeling like such dog shit. He made me play Warzone with him while he was streaming because we haven't done anything in like 3 weeks. So
Listen, I told you to go take a hot shower, get some water, and take a nap.
all
Okay,
right. I
and
crawled out of
and you
bed.
were like,
I
"No,
crawled
I
out of bed
don't
for
want to
you.
sleep anymore."
Yeah, I don't want. I knew you were out, and I was like, look, I got to make the most of this time. I don't know what we're gonna see day again for 2 hours at a time.
All right. Well, do you guys keep up on any of the girls' competitive teams at all, Marshy or Tech?
That'd be more so Marshy than me.
Why you say
Angel-
that?
Yeah, y'all hear him
Why? Yeah.
laughing?
Why you say that? Dude?
Y'all
Yeah,
hear him
why
laughing?
you out here selling Marshy out, Tech?
I'm not selling Marshy. I just Marshy keeps up with it more than me.
Oh, okay.
Well,
The
Marshy, you have
big
any
he's clapping. But Angels the best team, you know. That's how I know.
I think
Fair
most
enough.
people would agree with you there. They did actually get upset during the last Girls Mobile Mayhem, so I'm hoping there will be some other good teams showing up there as well. I mean, there was factors involved. I think 3 of the girls on Angels did have COVID during that time, so that is
Cool.
certainly a
Yeah, I heard
factor.
that.
Yeah, but you know, they've been looking really good in some of the other events that I have done, as well as just some of the other ones that I have been able to watch. So they're definitely, I think, probably the favorites to win for this season. And hopefully we'll have some other good teams show up there as well. We are going to be trying to feature some of the female talent on the spawn all through their season. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Make sure you guys come support the girls, not only for their actual games, but come and field your questions, which we're actually getting ready to get to now for today with Marshy and Tech. But yeah, make sure you're on the lookout for those episodes. We'll obviously get Arathon. We'll get some of the other top talents for the girls on the show as well, and should be a fun time. It should definitely be a fun time. All right. Get my chat, and Provo chat popped out, and we'll take some questions. Let you guys get to your night.
Whoa! I gotta correct something real quick. I have
Correct
not been
something.
laying in bed for 4 days straight. I co-casted Mobile Mayhem on Sunday, sick as a dog, and did the Trovo Showdown Monday all day long, and then now we're here today,
And did me Seeks.
and did Meeseeks all the way up until the finals. I did not lay in bed all day long.
I got you, Verdict. I got
I
you.
appreciate you. Appreciate you.
He's
Since Saturday,
hating.
no. In bed since Saturday, definitely not. I casted a event solo Saturday night for 5 hours. So yeah.
Well, apparently, according to Sylvia, in bed since Saturday is all she heard.
Oh, I mean that's okay. I mean that's what she wanted to hear. Then
Check the
that's what
past
she heard.
streams.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get some questions. I think we'll probably let's start with Marshy. Chat, if you guys have any questions for Marshy specifically, let us know. We'll get some questions in for Tech as well. And if you do have any questions that you want us all to chime in on, let us know that in chat as well, and we'll definitely go through. Veer, what's going on, man? Speak, is that a question for everybody or somebody specifically? I don't know that anybody here is particularly a shotgun user. For all of us. Okay, so question from Speak NA over on YouTube is thoughts on the Jack 12, its competitive viability, and potential ammunition bans.
It's broken, so keep it banned.
Just across the board competitively, just no Jack 12 or ban it as your weapon ban choice or
Just like I don't really know how it is without like the broken ammo thing, whatever. But I don't think it should be comp. It's a auto shotgun, whatever. Just like the striker and all that stuff. I think it should just be bam, like GA whatever.
R9 be like cross mapping me, dude.
And R9 too, but freaking people
think the
use
Jack
it.
12 is worse than the R9?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. They're both the same. Yeah, they're both
I
the
feel like if you
same.
get a Jack 12 in the corner of any like hill that's isolated with walls, it's gonna do better than the R9. But like the R9, you could play a little bit more range with it.
Gotcha.
Cause what is it? Jack 12 up close does like 100 or something damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
120
what
I
the fuck?
saw, or 110.
Yeah, you get shot once and you're
that
dead.
is pretty nuts. That is actually pretty nuts. I haven't myself used it yet, but I've watched several of the
And then it
content
just
creators actually
sprays.
grind it diamond, and it does just tear people apart.
You could
Listen, that
just sit
thing.
there and spray a corner.
Listen, that thing looks like I'm watching Vanguard. Okay, that's where
Oh
that shotgun
yeah,
is.
Oh god.
totally.
All right. Speak says the Jack 12 slug rounds can 2-tap at 60 meters. Holy shit.
What?
That's actually kind of cracked.
Yeah, I'm not playing rank no more.
Kitty would like to know what keeps you guys motivated to play besides money.
I love combo.
Hey, that's a solid answer.
What he said?
Yeah.
That he loves COD Mobile.
He guesses.
Yeah, he guesses.
I only like comp.
Just
I
the
can't
The
stand
competitive.
competitive drive, and then
Yeah, like anything that's competitive where it's like,
yeah.
I have to actually try a lot more than like rank.
You gotta
It's just
try.
aspect of it. Marshy, shut your dumb ass up. Marshy be calling out the most every time I suffer them. Don't
Right.
try. Don't try to make it seem like you don't try, Marshy.
Quick
You're a little
question for the
scrappy.
both of you. Would you guys
I
enjoy
just played the
COD Mobile
game.
more if they took persistence out of ranked?
Yes.
No.
All right.
I love it with either or.
Because then you still got dogs to deal with, right?
Okay, I could
K9
kill
is
a
not
dog,
okay.
but I'm getting attacked by 3 freaking swarms.
As I say,
I don't
can we
know.
talk about which is
All right.
worse?
I got one. You guys are asking all the boring questions. Okay, I'm gonna ask the meat of the pro. Who is the most sus in Discord calls when you're playing in games
That's a
for
good
Tribe? Because I popped into a Saturday night where I was casting solo, and obviously I don't care what they were saying. I was not jumping out of VCs because it was already like a late night, and
We're sick and
I
solo
heard some
casting.
pretty sus stuff. But like, who doesn't need to be provoked to be sus? Who's always sus?
Like,
It's like a battle against Veg and Salty, I guess.
Okay, so you take one of them out of the VC, that it's normal.
Nah,
Okay,
it's always gonna be sus in that VC.
So this is my kind of opinion because I've been in PCs with them at various different points. I feel like Vague is better about honestly like matching the energy of the people he's around. Like I had Vague come on and cast Mobile Mayhem, and he was totally family friendly the whole time. But you get him in, and you could talk to him off stream, with like a certain group of people, right? And he's really chill. But you get him with that other group of people, and it is a battle of who can be the most sus the whole time. So
Yeah.
Speak says the entire team be sus. Can you confirm, Marshy?
I
everyone except
guess.
Bolo.
Yeah, sometimes I guess.
All right, Jez says, can someone tell Tech to shut the fuck up? gonna take that, Tech?
I live in Jez's head rent free, dude. He comes to my stream daily, gives me some views, and helps me make money. So like, respect it, Jez. Respect it, Jez.
All right. Dude,
Damn.
Oh, Vera also wanted to know what your skin routine was, Marshy.
I need one. I don't have one.
Okay.
My freaking acne is bad. I need to start one.
I need to start one too.
trying to double check and see. Munch wants them to buff the Arctic 50 with stopping power FMJ. Munch, we already had that. Please, no more one shot to the toes. Yeah. Back up to Kitty. I guess anybody else have any questions for Marshy or Tech or the group of us? I think we have someone on YouTube who wants to ask. They just asked if it was Q&A.
Is it? Was that the question? Is it Q&A or do they have a
Q&A?
question?
That was the question, yeah.
Oh, okay. This is not a Q&A. Sorry, sir.
Nothing. You're gonna have to be a little more specific on how does the prize reward work. Are you talking about for Mobile Mayhem? Or are you talking about for the Red Magic event? Who's the best player of all of us on this call right now? Speak. Well, I can.
That's hands down. Day
yeah,
is the best pistol player,
okay,
without
maybe,
a shadow of a doubt.
maybe if it was exclusively pistols on console / PC COD, maybe.
Stop
But,
the cap, dude. No,
I
definitely
don't know.
not.
I'm pretty much a demon. I'll be honest.
Yeah, he's pretty demon with the pistol.
Talking about the
All
Red
right.
Magic event, I believe first place is 2,000 of the 4K prize pool, and then it divvies down from there. I think everybody leaves with something, but it does get substantially lower towards the bottom of the event.
So first place gets 2,000, and every player gets a red magic or a new red magic. Second place is 1,000. Third place is 400. Fifth, or wait, I know there's like fifth, sixth, seventh, all get 200.
Yeah, that sounds right. Everybody at least gets something. Nobody will
Yeah.
leave that event empty-handed.
Either make $50 or 500.
I think the winning team gets a Red Magic 6R. Is that correct? I wonder why they did that
Some Red
instead of the
Magic
7.
6.
Because the 7's the brand new one. That's interesting. When's the CODM content dropping? Speak, I have been in a hard grind on DaVinci Resolve, and I'm about halfway through a overall season highlight of North America Mobile Mayhem. And then I plan on doing one for Europe as well, at least. And maybe LATAM. It's a lot of work, and I'm like just learning my editing, so it's not gonna be easy.
Yo, I tried to throw some heat in there, Sylvia. I asked who was the most sus in voice chat for a try. But I mean, it didn't really go anywhere from there.
I don't think I can answer that one, Swift. Can we get the devs to get persistence on only support streaks like UAV, counter UAV, etc.? I don't think we have any pull in that. Maddock wants to know what it's like being a bot in a room of goats. Verdict.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm the only bot in this room full of goats. Day, you read the question, okay? You needed to correct it before you before you asked it.
I read it
How
as
does
it
it
was
feel
written.
that
I
Day
read
and
it
Verdict
as
are
it
the
was
only
written.
ones that are bots in a room full of goats? Look,
I feel like this is actually a serious question from Ghoul, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer it. If we have any advice for aspiring casters, actually yes. There are plenty of tournaments that ask on a daily basis if I want to cast their event. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be working during the hours. They're usually pretty early in the day. And I don't have answers to give them. So if you want to potentially have a career in casting or an opening in casting, what I would do is like maybe go back and record yourself casting over a game of, go through like grand finals of Mobile Mayhem and sit there and cast like a search and destroy, or a hardpoint search and destroy and dom with a friend. And I'm actually in the Spawn Discord server, which there is a link down below on Trovo to get to. I do have a aspiring casters role that I'm gonna start trying to field, where you'll be able to send me clips of that, and I can kind of give you maybe tips to work on, and I can start from there, referring people to, oh, you need a caster for this event, and I can't make it. Well, I know X, Y, and Z are all looking to get into casting, so that's a good place to start for COD Mobile in general if you're interested in doing that kind of content. I try, Munch. I try. Munch, I would ask Marshy that question for you, but you're 15. Do your homework. Think that's probably about it for tonight. I think we're good to go. Actually, we have one more from Speak. Speak wants to know who the most sus CODM content creator is out of anyone.
Us content. Yikes. Hmm. That's a hard one.
I don't know. Papa Taco.
Pop
Right,
Taco is pretty sus.
Who are you considering content creators? I was thinking of like top ones like Noah, Bobby, all that.
If we're thinking about the top ones,
Say
I don't know.
Hitman.
Maybe Hawks. Maybe Hawks.
I don't see enough Hawks.
That's pretty fair, actually.
It could be Hawks, yeah.
All right. Well, there was your answer. Taco or Raballo, or if we're talking about like the top dogs, then Hawks. That's gonna be all for us tonight. Marshy or Tech, any shout outs you guys want to throw out there before we end? Any socials or streaming platform?
Your
Yeah,
pets, anything?
Follow my Twitter, you know what I'm saying, at I am Marshy _, you know what I'm saying.
For anybody on YouTube who needs that, it is in the description of the video. I will post it in Trovo as well.
I love Twitter.
Yeah, I better say I got a follow from Marshy the other day, and I couldn't even celebrate it because I was so out of it. But yeah, all your dreams can come true on Twitter, guys. Just make sure you go and follow Marshy. Make sure that you're not annoying.
Marshy even following
Day?
me?
No, he's not
No.
following you, Day. I checked. He's not.
What?
Don't follow him. Don't follow him, Marshy. Don't do it. All right. I can have
You
one
see.
over Day for one day.
Marshy's following me.
Damn. Never
Let's
mind.
go.
Shit.
Tech does stream on Trovo, guys. I will tag his Trovo in the Trovo chat. I think it's also on. I think I have your YouTube on the YouTube actually. I saw you had 20K followers. Yeah, so it's Tectonic on Trovo. You've been streaming actually pretty regularly now, aren't you, Tech?
Yeah. On the days I can, I usually try to stream like 8 hours a day.
You're doing Warzone and COD Mobile and possibly Apex when it comes out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's going to be it for us today, guys. Thank you all for coming by. We'll be back next week. Be on the lookout for, we'll have some social media posts going out about next week's guests. Keep in mind, we have the COD Mobile, or the Red Magic 7 COD Mobile Clash coming up this weekend, where you can see both Marshy and Tectonic competing. And then next week does kick off Girls Mobile Mayhem once again, and that'll be all through March, and I think even a couple weeks thereafter. So those will be here on my YouTube and my Trovo. Thank you everybody for coming by. Make sure you drop Verdict to follow on Trovo and on YouTube as well. He does stream the European Mobile Mayhem, and then also does some personal Warzone content and some COD Mobile here and there as well. So thank you all for coming by, and we'll see you guys next time.